Assalamu alaikum, sisters. Thank you so much for inviting me here. So when I was asked to speak, and then I thought, Migdad was telling me people are talking about mental health, people are talking about climate change, and I thought, well, what else could I talk about then? There's nothing there. And then I was going through some issues, and I realized I had been reflecting on the whole tie or camel issue at that time, and I'm sure everyone's aware of the phrase, tie your camel. So I'm going to talk about the rope with which you tie your camel today. So obviously most of us know the reference tie your camel. The Prophet ﷺ asked a woman why she doesn't tie her camel, and she responded, I put my trust in Allah, to which he responded, first tie your camel, then put your trust in Allah. Meaning, take the necessary action and have faith in Allah. Meaning, have tawakkul, to put your best effort into doing what Allah expects you to do and leaving the results to Him. You get people sitting down like couch potatoes at home, refusing to work or do anything in their lives and saying, in Urdu we say, Allah malike, meaning Allah will provide. But no, that's not true. Allah will not provide from the sky. You must also get up and work for it too. There are so many situations where we become lazy or think not to do anything for various reasons and expect a miracle without actually putting any physical or emotional effort into it. We've all been there, but we know that Allah helps those who help themselves. However, tying your camel doesn't always mean an easy action. It comes with responsibility and characteristics with which your actions are taken, and that's what strengthens or weakens your rope. As Muslims, our lives are built around Islam and its teachings, and so the characteristics of that rope are also shaped by the same. Respect, patience, kindness, diligence are all some of the things that make this rope stronger. Most recently, though, there was one characteristic that really stood out to me, and that was integrity. I know of someone recently who was willing to give up her job over a false allegation and knew the request for a written apology would be harmful, not just for her, but the cause that she stood for. She wasn't bothered about herself. She cared more for the truth and her community and those she stood up for and who looked to her voice to bring out their own. She couldn't let herself be made an example to deter others to speak up. And so she stated clearly that after many years, she will happily leave her job but write an apology. Of course, in Islam, we believe apologizing is very important, a pillar of our faith, especially when you have wronged someone. But when you haven't, then I guess it's a different matter. I'm not going to judge her for being right or wrong in her statement, but I find it interesting how she defined her move as a matter of integrity. Integrity in a nutshell means being honest and having strong moral principles, which is a strong part of Islam. It means standing up, speaking truthfully, and leaving that which is displeasing to Allah. Now, I wrote all of this that I've previously said so far before the recent terror attacks. And as I sat down to complete this speech last night, I realized there's a growing relevance on this subject to how we as Muslims feel or should feel right now. When those tragic events happened, I'm sure many sat there after Tarawih thinking, please not another Muslim, please not another Muslim. But lo and behold, we thought that because we know what comes after. We know the different lenses we are viewed with by the public in our everyday life and beyond. We know that when something tragic like this happens here or anywhere in the West, we don't want to go out, especially women. We don't want to face public life out of fear, shame, anxiety, or discomfort. In these difficult times, you need to take precautions, yes, but also recognize yourself as a Muslim and as a human who deserves dignity and respect. I know it's a cliche, but have faith in who you are. Make your rope stronger before you tie it. Hold your head high out of trust in Allah in these times, and your integrity will pay off. If you feel scared to wear the hijab, remember why you wore it. This isn't to advocate whether the hijab is necessary or not in Islam. This is to advocate the faith and exercising courage when you do this is to advocate that have faith and exercise courage when you do something for the sake of Allah. People may look at you weirdly, discriminate against you, abuse you, but how you take that depends on how you want your rope to be. A rope which is not scared and has integrity, and in the face of everything can still show kindness and compassion. Life gives us joy and sadness in the forms of glad tidings and adversities. But in all of that, the test is how we as individuals are and what lies within us. The rest is just an experience, but how you come out of that experience is down to who you are. Brothers and sisters, believe in yourself. Hold your head high in faith, not ego, when you walk. Show compassion and love in what you do, as well as honesty and integrity. The reason why the Prophet ﷺ got through all the adversities he did, apart from the will of Allah, was also because of who he was as a person. His characteristics are the ones we should aspire to. When people begrudged and taunted him, he smiled and kept firm in his belief. On a realistic level, though, while we believe all of this, we battle with so much that we lose expression or fear expressing. But how we reconcile and deal with those emotions is a big part of our test. How we stand strong with a smile as Muslims in the current environment is our test, and how we deal with it is based on what our rope looks like. So brothers and sisters, remember, before you tie your rope, check what your rope looks like. And that's it. Thank you so much.